Vrabel would be on the scout team.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, and Vrabel, you gotta get Vrabel on this.
I know. What? Give me some good Vrabel stuff.
Oh, Vrabel was awesome. Vrabel would be like, he would play safety on the scout team. And if he ever picked Tom off, he would take the ball into the backfield and just spike it like right next to where Tom was standing. And nothing pissed Tom off. And they're like best friends, so nothing pissed him off more than that. And Vrabel would just be like, he would line up down in there. We'd be playing the Steelers. So he would be playing Palomalu. So he'd get down in there in the A gap, and Tom would be like, Mike, they don't do that. And Mike would go, Palomalu does it. Troy's going to do it on Sundays. I promise you that. Like, it would be like just back
antagonizing him.
Just antagonizing him. Oh, it was awesome, man. That was when practice was cool.
Here's a funny thing, too, because I remember early on, Bill used to show the linebackers, talk about the linebackers, and then show like Giants film.
Yeah.
And I remember Vrabel came out one time to practice dressed in Giants gear. They're just like, are you effing happy now? Because Vrabel could do stuff, and Vrabel more than anybody pushed across the line where it got uncomfortable sometimes. Like, Vrabes might have gone too far that time, right? Vrabel's one of a kind that way. He did it with Tommy like
all the time.
But he did it with Bill sometimes. Like, you may not have wanted to go there.
He's a vicious Matt Light.
That's
because Matt Light will get you uncomfortable in a jokingly fun way. Vrabel will just go through your throat. He'll fucking come straight for your throat. He'll talk about anything, any means necessary, wife, kids, fucking mom, dad. He doesn't care.
And then no remorse afterwards.
Zero. What? Guys, it's football. It's fucking football. Gross sack.
Oh my gosh. But that's part, and that's the thing is he would do things and say things. And here's the thing. I remember talking when Vrabel was coming out and getting to know a little bit. You know who his college roommate was? Luke Fickell.
Yeah.
Oh. And Luke was like this epic wrestler. But Vrabel was. So there were these stories. When you talk to the people at Ohio State, there were these epic stories of wrestling matches and fights that Vrabel, like two brothers, would have. Where they're like destroying dorm rooms and to the death.
Oh my God.
But that's Vrabel.
That's full Vrabel. Fucking Vrabes. We got to get him on here.
Got to. Oh my gosh.
Let's just pause for one moment.
Why was it Vrabes there?
First of all, why was the best roaster I've ever been around in my life? As you know, war awards with him, you're losing.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, and I can hold my own in a storm, but that cat, he's coming. He's a tidal wave of emotions.
It's probably on purpose. He didn't want to cry. Tom didn't want to cry.
Hey, because you know how many times Vrabel would have Tommy Boy on tilt during practice? Every time. I mean, he got in his shit. It was funny. So, but I will say this, props to you. Last night was phenomenal, and you absolutely crushed it. And I'm not going to lie to you, man. I was a little nervous for all you guys. It was live on Netflix, man.
Live.
Like,
it
no
was a
joke.
big ass crowd.
Yeah, man. You didn't even stretch. I didn't no pregame routine. I didn't see you take an energy shake. Just nailed it. But that was awesome. But Vrabel is the best I've ever been around, man. And the fact that he wasn't there, that's crazy.
And like hard shots.
There weren't a whole lot of punches
ever
pulled.
said to Tom.
Oh man, he went at him with everything, man. There was nothing sacred to Vrabel for any reason. I will tell you this: one of the favorite lines I ever heard Vrabel say that was directed towards me is we had a stag night to raise money for the Light Foundation in my hometown, right? And we stopped doing it because I thought, man, there's going to be a lot of kids born in my little hometown that don't belong to these daddies.
Yeah.
And so I was like, we're going to – and I'm telling you, it became a little crazy. But Vrabel would come in town with all these other guys. We had A.J. Hawk when he was at Ohio State and younger cats too, right? And the mayor of my little town – now you got to think Mayberry, right? And he gets up and he has this proclamation where he's going to make it Matt Light Day, right? And he stumbles on some words – an hour later, Vrabel gets up and we're having an auction, and he's like, "Hey!" And you know, when he gets the mic, man, it's gonna be profound and it's gonna be hilarious. He stops everything and he goes, "Listen, I'll give anybody $1,000 right now if they can get the mayor to spell matriculate," because he tried using that in a sentence and he stumbled over it. And in real time, man, it was really uncomfortable, but nobody said nothing. An hour later, Vrabel has it up there on the auction block. I'll give you $1,000 if you can get the mayor of Greenville to spell matriculate. And we lost it. But that's our boy, man. That's a funny man.